Now we will take questions from the audience. We hear a lot about accountability. Please describe specific systems and methods that should be used to ensure transparent accountability for our school system. We'll start with Dr. Hodges.
We are currently asking the school district to implement to put in place an implementation benchmark system. What that says is, if there's a policy that's been put in place, we want to know to what degree has the policy been implemented, whether it's a classroom, or whether it's in a school, or whether it's throughout the system. We want to know how far or how complete you have gone. For instance, we've written policies for grammar, which says that a teacher is supposed to, if he encounters a student in her class using improper grammar, whether it's verbal, whether it's written, she's supposed to make the correction. She or she is supposed to make the correction. That's not occurring in the district. We want to know to what degree that policy is being followed, and it's going to be corrected by the principals moving forward. So it's that kind of thing which helps to get you accountability. We're asked for a greater sense of how the evaluations are being made. What are the criteria? What kinds of things are you stressing in your evaluations? Do they correspond to what we actually need in terms of performance from employees and in particular teachers? Are you looking for competence? Are you in teaching? Are you looking for the ability to manage in a classroom? Are you looking for the ability to reach students who are struggling? Those things have to be specifically addressed in your evaluation system. Otherwise, you're not going to be effective in your accountability.
Ms. Barcenas?
I too concur with my colleague here as far as making sure that we implement benchmarks, specifically accountability in when it comes to the fiscal and the budget, making sure that it's being allocated properly to our students and directly to our children and their education, without having to sacrifice their future. Essentially, we were facing here in the city of Paterson looming cuts, which is very astronomical, and our children really need it the most. So again, we need to have some kind of benchmark, some kind of systems implementing that, making sure that all the proper funding is being allocated more directly to our students and not so much on percentages such as personnel or being very top heavy in the administrative aspect of things. Also, as far as our educators, making sure that they are assisting perhaps some innovative workshops, more customer service related workshops, cultural sensitive workshops, making sure that their performance is being exemplified through our student test scores. That's what we'll know through these benchmarks, how our teachers and some of our administrators are performing. So making sure that we also engage them with some kind of rearing and grooming as well, and some sensitivity to our children and the demographic in which they teach in.
Thank you. Ms. Besman?
Accountability to me is a very important and a very strong word, because we do need to hold our teachers, administrators, superintendents, and board members accountable. When I refer to accountability, I mean making sure that the decisions that are being made are made solely with the intention and the benefits of our children, because they are the reason why we are here. Accountability to our teachers, that when they implement, when something is implemented, when they have the curriculum, have some type of feedback come back to us, letting us know how is it benefiting, what's going on, is there any changes that need to be made, making sure that we get reports back with how it's benefiting our children and how we can move it, and if it is benefiting, how can we expand it and bring it along to other teachers and other classrooms so that it can benefit them as also. Accountability in our budget and making sure that our money actually comes down to the classrooms. Unfortunately, as we are aware, the majority of our money do go to administration. So we need to make sure that we are actually placing the money where it belongs, which is our children, our classrooms, and their education. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you don't get elected or re-elected, will you continue working with our children, or will you move up or step up to another public office? Ms. Barsenius.
If I'm elected, that is my prime, my ideal thing is to continue to work with the kids. Actually, with my tenureship when I was at Berkeley College, that's when I got reignited again and rededicated again to education, because I saw all the needs that were happening in the city of Paterson and also in Passaic County. I was also able to tap into a lack of confidence in our students that are stemming out of our city and the county itself. And I feel that we need to infuse that energy and that passion back for our students and our education. So if elected, that will be my message, to continue to make sure that our students do graduate from high school and do have the essential tools so that they can further their education, whether it's pursue higher education or not. If I'm not elected, I would definitely still want to maintain myself active. I've been active with my community for over 14 years. That is something second nature to me. It is something embedded in my blood, and that's something that I will not ever let go. And should I ever do become a commissioner, I definitely want to make sure that I put in some consistency and put some proper time to make sure that we can bring some change into the Patersonian School District and the educational forum.
Thank you, Ms. Parsons.
Thank you.
If I do get reelected to the Board of Education, I want to continue working for the benefit and the progression of our children. When I ran for the Board of Education, it was with our children in mind, especially with my daughter, because I have a daughter, I am a mother, so she was my main motivation and the reason why I ran for the Board of Education, for her academic excellence, as well as all the other children in the city of Paterson. So, of course, if I am reelected, I'm going to dedicate my time and all my efforts to make sure that our children are getting the education that they deserve. If I do not get reelected to the Paterson Board of Education, I will continue, and I have made myself a promise and a commitment that I will maintain myself engaged and I will maintain communication with our children and with our district, because I ran for the board solely because of the children, because I believe in them, because I know they can succeed, and I see a lot of potential in them, and I know that even if I do not get reelected to the Board of Education, I could bring in a little bit of myself and provide to them the help or guide them towards the path that they might find valuable for their future education. I am willing to continue working with the children and for the children if I do not get reelected to the Paterson Board of Education. And I have said that before, and I will continue saying I am here for them and I will continue working for them, even if I'm not an elected commissioner, because I will still be a member of this community, living in this community, so they will definitely be an impact in our future of the community that we live in.
Thank you.
My single passion is for education. This is I'm looking for my fourth term. I have absolutely no issue. All right? I have absolutely no interest in any elected office except for the Board of Education. I'm too headstrong, individualistic, and determined to have anybody support me for any kind of political office. They wouldn't tolerate my kind of individuality. So no, I'm not interested in any political office except the Board of Education. I'm committed to seeing children have the opportunity to be educationally successful, to have options in their lives, options that I was fortunate to receive. I don't think that there's any office readily available that's as worthwhile, as fulfilling, as I guess fun at times and frustrating as this one. I think that if you want to serve, you can do no better than to dedicate your time and efforts to serving the children of this community. So I have some other projects educationally in place. We're working on trying to make some changes in Eastside High School's information technology program. I also have a project going with International High School. If I'm not on the board, those two projects there will fill up my time. I additionally mentor students, and I have plenty to do in the meantime if I'm not reelected.